Welcome to Broad TV News. Hello and welcome to Global News Roundup. The leadership crisis rocking the African Democratic Congress intensified on Thursday as a faction led by Nafi Gombe stormed the headquarters of the Independent National Electoral Commission in Abuja, demanding formal recognition. Gombe, accompanied by a Kogi State lawmaker, Lekki Abijide, and hundreds of supporters, accused the David Mark-led leadership of attempting to hijack the party's leadership in defiance of its constitution and internal processes. Addressing officials of the electoral body during the protest, Gombe insisted that due process must be followed in resolving the leadership dispute. He said, "We are here to urge INEC to follow due process. You cannot come to the ADC through the window and expect to overthrow the owners of the ADC." Hundreds of youths under the aegis of the Coalition for Goodluck Jonathan on Wednesday stormed the Abuja residence of former President Goodluck Jonathan, urging him to contest the 2027 presidential election. The rally, which was held at Saraba, close in the Matana district of the Federal Capital Territory, disrupted traffic as the demonstrators chanted slogans, danced and displayed placards calling on Jonathan to return to active politics. Some of the placards read, "GEJ, Nigerian is dying, save it. GEJ, Nigerian youth break the medicine where them do you. And GEJ, if you no run, we quench." The national president of the coalition, Tom Oihere, who led the march, said the group had embarked on national-wide consultation before staging the demonstration. The demonstrators, who waited for over 3 hours, were unable to meet Jonathan as he was reportedly not around. A fresh leadership crisis has erupted within All Progressive Congress (APC) following the emergence of a new faction led by a political commentator and activist, Alhaja Hafsatu Dalandi. Dalandi, who declared herself chairperson of a faction of the ruling party, claimed to have assumed leadership amid what she described as a deepening internal crisis rocking the APC. In a statement, she asserted that her faction had formally notified the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) of its existence and was seeking the derecognition of the party's National Working Committee (NWC), currently led by Nentawe Weda. Dalandi further disclosed plans to approach the Federal High Court in Abuja to challenge the legality of the existing party's leadership, noting that the move was aimed at restoring due process and internal democracy within the APC. She also revealed that her legal action would seek an order compelling INEC to withdraw recognition of the NWC under URADA, which she described as an illegitimate structure overseeing the party's affairs. The former governor of Kano State, Kabiru Gaya, has resigned from the All Progressive Congress (APC). Gaya, who also served as a former senator representing Kano State, dumped the party in a letter addressed to the ward chairman, Gaya Arewa, in Gaya local government area, Kano State. The former governor said the decision was taken in the best interest of his constituents and in line with his personal convictions to step aside from the party. According to him, "I hereby formally tender my resignation from All Progressive Congress APC effective today, 5th April 2026. It has been an honor to serve under the platform of the party, particularly during my tenure as a senator, 2015 to 2023. I remain grateful for the support, trust, and opportunities given to me during this period. However, after careful reflection and wide consultation, I have come to the considered conclusion that it is in the best interest of my constituents and my personal convictions to step aside from the party at this time. I extend my sincere gratitude to the party for the platform it provided me and for the cooperation and camaraderie extended over the years," Gaya, however, stated. Jihadis in northeast Nigeria killed several troops, including the brigadier general, in an assault on a military base. Local government and intelligence sources told AFP on Thursday, the second killing of a high-ranking officer in 5 months. Violence is surging across the country's mostly Muslim north, with at least 90 people killed by gunmen in several remote villages since Sunday night. According to an AFP tally of tolls given by local humanitarian and church sources, Africa's most populous country has been fighting a jihadist insurgency for 17 years, since Boko Haram's 2009 uprising, which has seen the emergence of powerful splinter groups, including Islamic State West. Africa's most populous country has been fighting a jihadist insurgency for 17 years, since Boko Haram's 2009 uprising, which has seen the emergence of powerful splinter groups, including Islamic State West Africa Province. Four sources, including the military, confirmed the overnight attack, with one intelligence source putting the death toll at 18. Unidentified jihadists overran the military base, killed 18 soldiers and torched vehicles in Beni Sheikh, about 75 kilometers from Borno State capital Maiduguri, an intelligence source told AFP. Oil prices jumped and most stock markets fell Thursdays as investors weighed the prospects of a shaky Middle East ceasefire and reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, crucial to restoring oil and gas shipments. Traders were also lacking in profits from Wednesday's relief rally as the first quarter earnings season gets underway, which should show the worst impact on companies' results worldwide. Equity markets across the globe had soared and crude oil futures plunged Wednesday after U.S. President Donald Trump announced the 2-week halt in the war against Iran, and Tehran said it would reopen the waterway transporting 1/5 of the world's oil and gas. But the ceasefire has been placed in doubt, largely by Israel's ongoing attack against Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon, and Tehran has also said it will impose a toll on ships transmitting Hormuz. The main U.S. oil contract, West Texas Intermediate, rebounded over 5% to reach almost $1,000 a barrel as international calls mounted for the ceasefire to be extended after a massive wave of Israel strike on Lebanon killed more than 200 people. Oil prices will likely remain elevated and choppy until a more permanent agreement is struck between all parties, said Erin Chikre, equity analyst at Hargreaves Lansdowne. Anthony Keto at ROBC Blue Bay Asset Management cautions that even if the ceasefire holds, it will take time for energy exports from the region to return to more normalized levels. So there will be an impact on growth and inflation that is still difficult to ascertain. Wall Street stock opened with losses after losses on Europe's main stock markets and across much of Asia. Some companies have already begun alerting markets to the impact of the war on their earnings for the January to March period, with the conflict having started on February 28.